Kumusta? And hello everyone. Before I start my talk, I'd like to say thank you for the Hot Summit Working Group members, moderators, room volunteers, tech, and everyone involved in making Hot Summit 2021 as smooth as possible. And today, I'm presenting a FailFest talk. Through this FailFest talk, I aim to share some initiatives we tried and trying to build a more active and inclusive community working group, as well as my personal reflections, failures, and lessons learned. I'd like to start with a reminder as a person who's still trying to be more mature and to unlearn that failure is shame. I want to remind myself and also tell you, if this is your first time hearing this, that it's okay to fail and it's okay to admit mistakes. FailFest is actually a tool to admit mistakes in the open as we go. A little intro about myself. My name is Arnalie. I've been an active contributor with OpenStreetMap community in the Philippines since 2016. In early 2020, I became a hot voting member and became so involved in the community working group. The group is actually the first global group I joined, actively participated, and felt welcomed. And in late 2020, here I am now as your online community engagement lead in HOT. As I've mentioned earlier, I'm part of this amazing community called the Humanitarian Open Mapping Community Working Group. And the working group aims to support and engage community groups and contributors to leverage OSM data and tools for positive social impact. The working group is organized by various MAPI people and supported by HOT, and we come from different OSM communities from different countries and even different fields who believes in the same mission and goals. So you can find more information in the bit.ly link in your screen. This year, HOT formed the community team, which I'm also part of. The team is committed to support communities, local or on-the-ground communities, as well as online and other volunteer communities and contributors. So this year, HOT adopted OKRs. So OKRs is actually short for Objectives and Key Results, and it may also be pronounced shorter as OKR. So OKR is a goal-setting tool and management strategy that is used in defining, aligning, and measuring strategic priorities and success metrics at a rapid cadence, and it's used by fast growth startups and large companies. So I'm very passionate with the community working group that in Q2 of this year, we formulated this OKR focusing on supporting the community working group with 3 main key results and 2 initiatives. So I remember when we're formulating this OKR, Pete asked me what I wish for the community working group. I said that I wish it to be more active and inclusive because I see a lot of potential to collaborate with communities in that space. So I wasn't able to work with John from Turkey, Courtney from the US, or Tommy from Sierra Leone without this space. And so I'd like other people and communities to experience and take advantage of the working group. So before we go any further, I just want to say a gentle reminder that these were my mistakes. These are my failure. I think my failure when I did this OKR, and it's not the community working group or the community team's mistake. So I'm presenting 3 failures. Failure 1 is that I was focused on reaching the target number with no clear plan of action with the community working group members. So as you can see that 3 results of the objective were written with numerical targets. Failure number 1 is specifically referring to the key results number 1, which is to double the average community attendance in meetings. So I have a target, a certain number of contributors to attend the working group meetings. We even created a sheet to track community attendance. But unlike the other 2 key results, what I think failed in this is to create that space and understand and help member overcome barriers to make it happen, to be able to attend and participate in the meetings. For example, with key results 1, key results 2, increasing asynchronous participation, we experimented with Lumio, a forum-like type platform, and it worked. And with the KRT to facilitate increase in the number of projects, we collaborated with other working groups as well as other communities. But yeah, in the doubling the average community attendance, KR, I did not do anything. I just watch and expectfully wishful thinking that people would attend the meeting. So yeah, no clear plan to engage with them. And in relation to that, my failure too is that I prioritize activity more than inclusivity. So the objective is we build a more active and inclusive community working group, but both should be on the same level of importance, activity and inclusivity, and both should have been the same level of priority. Yeah, that was not the case. Out of the 3 key results and 2 initiatives, only one was aimed at contributing to inclusivity, which is to develop a welcome process for new group members. So, and to be honest, I also worked on it in the last minute. I drafted the welcome letter and shared it with the community for review and input. And yeah, sub failure is that we failed to execute or actually make use of the welcome letter. So yeah, it's just there in the Google Drive. And so lastly, after the failure tree, after the OKRs were closed, priorities have changed. I was not focused in the community working group anymore. There are new OKRs, and I was not able to retain the momentum of the community working group, not able to keep the ball rolling. So here are some of my lessons learned and next steps from that occurs. So number 1 is time. I think I've learned that building a more active and inclusive community working group will take time. 3 months is not enough to learn and research and do the initiatives for that. And also to engage with community members and contributors. Yeah, these are very different individuals. So I think I need the time to exert more effort into personal engagement and building relationship with these people to also understand them better. For example, what encourages and hinders them to participate in community working group activities? What is their capacity, bandwidth, to be active, and what excites them, and what are their needs? How do we co-create initiatives with them, and also how to break these barriers of participation? So yeah, we need to try to understand the community or the contributor better. And in relation to that, which I think one of the things I've learned is to have a clear communication and common understanding based on the contributors' capacity, what are their needs of the working group. So we should make it crystal clear how, when, where, and what they can contribute with their participation, and also, of course, making it meaningful and valuable for them. And also, yeah, providing a space or platform to easily collaborate with each other to make them feel welcome and supported and organized as contributors. So this space or platform should be open, friendly, and accessible to everyone. So also we're exploring ways for recognition and appreciation approach for these community members who have given their precious time and effort, considering that it depends per person how they want their contribution to be recognized. We are also growing our community team. We will have online community engagement associate starting January 21, 2022, hopefully next year, to focus on other working groups, which I am currently supporting. And so this will enable me to be more focused with the community working group and supporting to help build better spaces in OpenStreetMap. And lastly, of course, to let the community lead and support them in the process. So these three are just some of the initiatives we are currently working on. First one is the community Ask Me Anything session led by John. The AMA session is where we invite guests to join the working group meeting at least once a month, have them present a project or tool concerning the community, and attendees can ask any questions to the speaker. So the speakers are identified and invited by the working group member. Another one is the community building playbook. This is an initiative where conversations and drafting of the playbook is led by various community leaders. Ruben, my colleague, helped facilitate this project. And lastly, the localization project, where resources are identified by communities according to their priorities and capacities. We are also actually experimenting in this project the recognition and appreciation approach. So if you have any tips or tricks on how to engage online communities, I'd really love to hear them. Please share them with me. We are all work in process. Let's try to crowdsource that and share it with each other. So if you have any tips and tricks, share them in this link, bit.ly/engage online communities. So this is a whiteboard via Jamboard, Google Jamboard. And as a closing, sharing with you this quote from Robert Kiyosaki, an American-Japanese businessman and author. So don't fear failure because it is part of learning and growing. Thank you, and here are some ways to reach the community working group. Please check the following links. We have Lumio, Slack, Telegram Matrix, and email. Thank you and salamat!